Greetings, everyone. Greetings. Welcome to another amazing episode of Beyond Boardroom Business. I'm your host, Coach Stephanie, and I just want to thank you for tuning in every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And please make sure you send your friends and your family this information beyond boardroom business because I always interview the best of the best. And tonight's guest is definitely a trailblazer. She has written a book and so many other very interesting things. So if you know anyone who is interested in writing a book or just trying to learn how to ride the waves of this business world, make sure that you tune in and you listen. And then if you have any questions, feel free to just send them to me. But most of all, I want you to enjoy this show. So without further ado, let's bring my next guest, Miss Kym Kan. Greetings. How are you this evening?
I am wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Coach Stephanie, for allowing me to be on your podcast today.
Oh, most definitely. You were definitely referred. And when I went through your bio and just meeting you, I'm just definitely so thrilled to have this opportunity to have a conversation with you. So let's get started. Who is Kym Kan?
Whoa, Kym Kan, a mother of two beautiful men, also a caregiver for my mom. She's in her 80s and she has dementia and she's deaf. Need I say more?
Whoa.
Yes. In addition to that, but also I'm a mentor. I owned my own business for 21 years. It's an all-star cheerleading gym.
Oh, wow.
Loved the athletes. Loved it. I miss it to this day. If I could do it again, I would. But bringing back my mom, I can't because she is 24/7 care. Wow. And trying to date in Arizona with a mom who's deaf and has dementia and just being in this area in general, that's a whole nother story. But anyway, in general, I'm saying, though, it's not easy. It's not easy to continue down the road that I've traveled. But God, God, yes. He is so faithful. He has inspired me. He told me, Kym, I have something bigger, better, greater in store for you. And I was like, what does that mean?
Yes.
But I'm learning.
Yeah. So with you having such a very busy life, yes, how do you handle stress?
Oh, that's tough. I would say stress for me is just letting go and letting God. I had my hands on the wheel, Coach Stephanie, for pretty much all my life. Yes, all my life. And when I finally surrendered to God, got down on my knees in my closet, I knew then, oh, okay, I'm going in the direction that God wants me to go into. Yes. Because I was in the way. That's where my stress came from, being in the way of God's blessings, of what he has in store for you, and trying to do it all on your own. Like, oh, okay, I can do this. I'm Superwoman. I can do this and that, and I can get it done. And then guess what happened? Kym ended up in the hospital. Wow. Yes. And my boy's like, Mom, come on now. We know you love grandma. We know you're a go-getter and you're going to get what you want, when you want it, how you want it. You're going to maintain that house. You're going to do all of that. But at the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself. Yes. And I was like, well, but I love grandma. So I'm going to be there for her. I'm going to be there for my mom. I'm not giving that up. And they were like, well, grandma would say, if she was in her right mind, she didn't have dementia, you have to take care of yourself and that she would be okay because you have to live your life, because all that you're putting into into grandma, these are my boys talking to me, both of them.
Beautiful.
You need to put into yourself all the love and the respect and wanting the best for her is what we have for you, Mom. But if you keep going in the direction you're going, and if you don't slow your butt down, then you're going to be gone before grandma. Then what? Who's going to take care of grandma, Mom? Who's going to take care of grandma is what they were telling me. And I was like, oh, wow. Wow, that's deep. That's deep. So so that's why I had to surrender. I had to surrender to God because I was like, I thought I had this. I thought I could do this. I thought I was God. I did because I thought, all things are possible if I just do it. No, it's all things are possible in those who believe in what God can do for you. God is the creator. He's the maker. He has the direction. He's directing my path right now, Coach Stephanie, in ways that are wow. I'm like wowed by it. That's all I got.
I know. I mean, definitely, God is definitely amazing. God is definitely first and foremost in my life and should be in everyone's life. And everyone would live so much easier, as you mentioned. Now, how did you know when it was your calling as opposed to your ego making decisions?
Making decisions?
Yes.
My calling and not my ego. I'm a little tripped up with that question, but I think bottom line for me is I have to go back to what God has for me. It is for me. And when I stepped out of the way, my ego, thinking I can do all things, and I recognize who truly God was to me in my life. I was a Christian since 12, baptized at 12, and he's always been there. He's always brought me through situations that I didn't think I could come out of. But at the same token, I thought that I contributed enough to where I can do this on my own now, Lord. No, I had to let go of that ego. I had to let go of that sense of control, that sense of stupidity, I want to say. Because, poor decisions were all on me. He was like, I'm going to let you go through it, but how you're going to come out of it is up to you to let go so I can do it. And so I feel like it was just a mindset of let go, let God. Because I used to say it all the time. If you just let go and let God, even with my gym, with my athletes, hey, look, what you think about, you bring about. And if you believe, you can achieve. Yeah, but where's the faith part, Kym? Where's the faith in God? Where is the let go and actually let him do what he has in store for you? He created me. He knows who I am. He knows my abilities. He knows my gifts. And now I'm tapping into a gift that I didn't even think I have, that I had. Writing a book? What? Self-publisher? What?
Yes.
Editing myself? What?
Yes. Awesome.
Now, granted, I got to give a shout out to my niece who helped me with the cover. It's a beautiful cover. Okay. She did a great job. But guess what I did? I stepped in my way again because I was like, you need to change this. Now you need to do that. She's like, you know what? I can't please you. And that's been the story of my life, Coach Stephanie. People trying to please me because I had this standard way up here to what I could do, what you could do. Yeah. And it just got in the way.
Were you a perfectionist?
Hello. What do you think? Is that a rhetorical question? Yes. Yes, ma'am. You know what? I'm going to say this. Back in high school, they called me that. Little Miss Perfect. And I used to hate it. I was like, why do you keep calling me Little Miss Perfect? I don't get it. I didn't understand it. I do now. I totally get it now. I do. So, yes.
So what do you think? Sorry, I was just going to say, what gave you those characteristics growing up? And did you have mentorship? How did you become the person you are now?
I love that question because growing up was not normal for me. My mom was deaf and she depended on me. So it was a matter of me helping my mom with her bills and her phone calls and just things of that nature. And then my sister, I helped her raise my sister. My sister she didn't like me very much. She was like, you know what? You're not my mama. I know, but you better listen to me because you can hear me talk. Well, because my mom did it, and being deaf was I thought, now this is just me. Okay. I was thinking, okay, I need to be an advocate for my mother. I need to be that person for her, that spokesperson for her, so her voice is heard. I need to help her. I need to be her helper. So I grew up not as her daughter, but as her helper, because we didn't have a father figure in our household. Okay? We didn't. She was a single mom, deaf, raising 2 kids, trying to survive. Were we on welfare? Absolutely we were. Okay. But she was a hard worker. She made things work for us. We moved from here to there to there to here, but she's my mentor. Her and my auntie as well. I say that because my auntie, she helped in a way that my mom couldn't. So she allowed me to be a child. That's my auntie did, she slapped me on my hand when I did wrong and told me verbally, you can't do this, you can't do that. Whereas my mom, she was like, she's grown up, she got this. But I didn't. And I never understood that growing up until I did. And then once I understood it, then I realized, okay, so this is what life is all about. This wasn't normal. I didn't grow up normal. And the perfectionist in me, I'm trying to go back to that question, if I'm getting it right, is the simple fact that I had to do things that normal kids didn't have to do.
That's true.
So I took on a responsibility of being all grown up, and I know more than you. So as a kid, that's who I was. I know how to do that better. This is how you do it. Because I perfected it back when I was 10 years old. And then when I was 12, I knew all about this. So this is how you do it. And then it went into, having kids and being married and all of that. I was like, I got it. Don't worry about it. If you want something done right, you do it yourself.
Yeah.
What? Yes. So I took on that role. I took on that role to where it's like, I got this. I'm in control. I got it. It's gonna be perfect. Right. It's gonna be exactly the way you need it to be because I helped my mom and I helped, my sister and I, it was just one of those things to where it's like I didn't know any other way to be. And I'm still working on me, Coach Stephanie. I'm still working on me.
Yes,
I am.
Yes. We all are. But with you having that kind of pressure of trying to feel like everything, depends on you, is that what gave you the feeling of being burnt out, having to go to the hospital?
Oh, fast forward. That happened a couple of years ago. Okay. And it was because I'm the hardest on myself, as we all are. We're our worst critics. We're, I'm my worst boss. So I took on that role of not only taking care of my mom, and that's a whole nother story, but in a nutshell, the reason why my mom lives with me now is because of how she was treated in those facilities and the group home that she was in. She got neglected. She got abused. She got she got ignored. And I was like, why am I watching my mom slowly die? Why am I watching my mom not happy? Why am I watching my mom not healthy? That's a no. So for that, I'm going to take care of my mom the way she's supposed to be taken care of, to where any human being should be taken care of. So I brought her in my home, just moved to Arizona, trying to be out there dating. I was trying hard. I was trying real hard. But on a serious note, I took on that challenge of, okay, because even my sister said, why are you moving all the way to the West Coast? We're from the East Coast. Why don't you stay here so we can help you? I was like, no, because I don't know what that looks like. And I know that I can take care of me and I can take care of mom, and that God's going to take care of both of us. So I'm good. Peace out. Plus, I needed to heal from 28-year marriage. Hello, 28 years, all my life, all my adult life.
Yes.
Together. So what does that look like? Well, I'm not going to sit here and be bitter. I'm not going to sit here and complain about complaining. I'm not going to sit here and wonder why you guys aren't helping me when I need help. So I moved here and I said, I'm going to make this work in spite of. Somehow, some way, God's going to show me the bigger, better, greater. And I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with that. It's going to happen. It might not happen when I want it to, but it always happens on time because he's on time. So putting that all together, what ended up being in the hospital, me being in the hospital, was I was on my grind. I was driving Uber Lyft. Oops, was I supposed to say Uber Lyft? I don't know. Ride sharing. I'm sorry. But anyway, it is what it is. I drove 10 to 12 hours a day. I was even trying to work at least right before I went to church on Sunday. And then right after I dropped my friend off home after our brunch, I would go try to drive a little bit more before the caregiver had to leave at 3 or 4 o'clock. I was on my grind, 10 to 12 hours. And then I would come home, Coach Stephanie, and guess what? Mom's here. Caregiver's leaving. And I was like, okay, all right, I'm tired. I know it's 6 p.m., but okay, she had dinner, but she's still up. So let me deal with that. Mom, what do you want to do? You know, I tried to, and then she would go to sleep and then she would wake up. Then she would go to sleep and then wake up. And then I'd be like, okay, all right, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I got to get up at 4. That's an hour. Oh, gosh, how does that work? So I was getting 2 to 3 hours of sleep, right? 2 to 3 hours of sleep. And I was determined to continue the grind so I could pay my monthly debt, because I was out there. I was going to Miami, Jamaica. I was living my life. I was like, I'm a baller. No. I'm going, I can afford to pay a caregiver to watch my mom while I'm gone. It was crazy things like that I did, that I just didn't know any better. I didn't realize I was affecting my health until I ended up in the hospital. And I think it's because I thought I could do it all by myself. I didn't have help before. I don't need help anymore. I got this. No, I did have help. I did have a community surrounding me that cared for me and my mom. Did they help me when I needed them to all the time? No, because they got their own lives. I chose this life. I chose, to accept the divorce. I chose to move all the way to Arizona. I chose to take care of my mom. She was in a group home. She was in, facilities. That's when I was out, like really working. I was renting out my house for Airbnb. I was doing it all. Yes. And then it just came all crashing. I was like, oh gosh, mom has to come home with me. So what does that look like? I can't work. Okay, check. So how do I pay my bills? Oh gosh, this ain't working. Yeah. But you think outside the box and then you make it work. You just make it work. You have to make it work, because at the end of the day, it's not about you anyway. It's about God's glory. It's about him bringing you out of all that mess. All that mess. He didn't create it. We did. I did. And I don't call it mess with taking care of a mom. Why? Because I do it again.
Right? Real talk.
Yeah, that's real talk. No one can convince me. Even after the doctors couldn't convince me, Coach Stephanie.
Wow.
Whatever you're doing, you need to stop. I was like, that's not happening. I take care of my mom. She's deaf and she has dementia. She needs me. He was like, well, if you're 6 feet under, who's going to take care of her then? I was like, oh gosh, do you have to be that blunt? Do you have to be that transparent? Oh gosh. What am I killing myself? Is that what you're saying? Can you say it out loud and say it proud? He was like, pretty much. I was like, oh, okay, well, then I'll just stop driving as much. I'll try to figure out a regimen to where she can sleep at night. But I'm going to take care of my mom in my house. Out there dating. Oh, you take care of your mom? Right. What? Are you saying that that's a red flag for you? Swipe left. It's okay. Because I'm going to still take care of my mom.
Yeah, real talk.
You know, it's like having an infant child.
Yeah,
and it's like, look, if you don't accept this full package, then keep it moving. Because this is my life. This is my life now. Yeah. I love my mom. She's a beautiful person, Coach Stephanie. She smiles. I get my personality. I'm convinced. I'm holding on to it. I get my personality from my mom. She smiles at everyone. She right now with dementia, when she does something wrong and I don't want to say she knows it, but when she I mean, come on now, she has dementia. But when she feels bad about it, in that instant, she's like, I'm sorry. That's sorry in sign language. I'm sorry. And I'm like, wow. And then she's like, you're so beautiful. And I say that all the time. And I'm like, I got this from my mom. I tell people all the time that they look beautiful, that they're, I compliment them in every way that I can with everyone. Like if I make eye contact, it's on and popping. I'm going to say something nice. Because you need to hear it.
Yes.
And I want God to get the glory, knowing that good people in this world, that even though they're going through trials and tribulations, ending up in the hospital, taking care of a loved one, out here dating men that don't make sense. Anyway, but putting that all together, God still needs to get the glory out of it. He still needs to know that we got his back. How about that? He has our back 100%, but we need to have his back. We need to share not only our gifts and our talents, but just how good he is. And that's us being good. That's us saying, you're beautiful. That's us putting a smile on. My goal every day is to put a smile on someone's face. Every day. Every day. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, that was my mom's goal. She might not have said it, but she did it. She did it.
That is awesome.
Everywhere she goes, Coach Stephanie, everywhere she goes, they're like, oh my gosh, your mom is so sweet. And I was like, thank you. Thank you. She is. Even with dementia, they have they sundown, they have their temper tantrums. But as soon as she cuts that off, 5-10 minutes, she's like smiling and saying nice things. That's within her. It ain't going nowhere except out to others. Yes, so she's my mentor. To answer your question, she's my mentor. That's what brings me to the point of where I am today. I am here today. I want to be that mentor. I want to be that advocate, not only for the deaf and dementia community, but just for people in general that need to hear stories like mine.
Yes, that's beautiful. So tell us, how did you become interested in writing a book?
I have the gift of gab. I can't. When I text you something, it's like a whole lot. They were like, does this go on and on? What is she doing?
That's funny.
Yeah. So it's just the simple fact of I think after knowing that I was going to be a divorcee,
Okay.
after knowing that my whole world as I knew it was turned upside down, that's
Yeah.
when I saw it, because that's all I knew. That's all I knew all my life. Yeah, that was my life. So in knowing that, I was like, you know what? I need to write a book. I need to write a book.
Mm.
I need to express my feelings first. I'm not bitter, so I want to stay that way. But I need to be released from all of this.
Yeah.
There has to be a shift. And I
Mm.
need that shift to come in a form of reaching the public to know that they don't have to go what I went through. I was stuck. And the reason why, can I tell you about the book that I wrote?
Yes, definitely. What's the
Okay.
name of it?
It is called SOS, Stuck on Stupid, Coach Stephanie.
Stuck on
And I know, and it's Christian based, but yet it's funny as all get out. I curse. That's just me. That's a sailor in me. So it's in there.
Okay.
And I'm just being real and authentic. Why? Because I want people to know that while it's a novel, because it's based on some true stories and events and situationships.
Okay.
But while it's a novel, it's real.
Yeah.
It's real. And what it was for me was therapeutic.
Yeah.
It released me.
Yes.
And having that vision of God saying there's something bigger, better, greater, I was like, oh, so can I be a motivational speaker or something, Lord? You know, I'm sitting there thinking, what do you have next for me? Because owning my gym back on the East Coast, owning my gym was big for me. I did it for 21 years. I reached so many athletes over those years. And I used to wake up every morning like thinking of what they said to me the day before. Coach Kym, watch this. Coach Kym, watch this. Coach Kym, I got my back tucked. Watch this. That was like, and when I moved, I said, okay. So now I'm here. I gave away the business. Pretty much I did. I gave everything away. Everything was, sure, let's start over from scratch. Yeah. Not from where I left off, from scratch is the way I felt when I moved here. So, and I let that go. And I said, okay, so I'm no longer an advocate or a mentor for ages 3 to 18 athletes that just wanted to be part of a team or develop self-esteem or, you know, want to be Coach Kym, because they ended up being Coach Kym telling me what to do. And I'm like, whoa, we drawing the line? No, no, we ain't doing that. We're not doing that. But anyway, I went from that to here in Arizona, and I was like, okay, so God, am I supposed to be an advocate for the elderly? Because that's all I got right now. And there's my mom right here beside me. Is that what I'm supposed to do? So, yeah. So I feel that God is bringing me through a completely different direction, but yet the same direction, because I have always wanted to be a gift to the community, a gift to people, to put a smile on the face each and every day, everywhere I went. And I'm doing that here. I don't have my business here, but I'm still doing it. Driving, get in the car. Hey, how you doing today? If they have nothing to say, I have nothing to say. I'm still smiling. But if they say, I'm doing good, how are you? Oh, it's on and popping. Let's go. Want to know about my life? Want to know where I came from? Want to know what I've been through? How I've been bought out? I got you. And when every time I told a story, they were like, wow, you need to write a book. And I was like, oh, you know what? Before I left, before I was even divorced, that was quick though. That was a month and a half. We were done. 28 years gone, just like that in a month and a half. Who does that? I don't know. But anyway, through that, it was mind-boggling that I could share my story to so many people.
Yeah.
And no judgment. They would never see me again. They didn't really know my name except what was on the app. I didn't know their name except what was on the app, and then it's removed. So it was therapy for me every day. I was like, all right, let's go. And then I would talk to people, and they were like, you need to write a book. Oh my gosh. I came up with a vision back before, that's where I was, back before I left Virginia. And I said, I need to write a book. And it needs to be called SOS, Stuck on Stupid. Same old stuff. I'm going to say stuff, but in the book it's different. And I said, it has to be, because I was stuck, Coach Stephanie. I was stuck on the mindset of, this is my life and it's always going to be my life, so deal with it. You can't change this. These are the cards that you've been dealt. So make it work. So I thought I was making it work. And then when he asked for divorce, I was like, what? Excuse me? What? Let's talk this through. I mean, you're catching me in left field. I play softball. I got a scholarship for softball, but I couldn't catch that ball.
Didn't see that coming.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh, what is going on right now?
Oh, wow.
Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah.
Wow. So I love that title, SOS.
Thank you.
Stuck on Stupid. And where can people find the book?
Well, let me just say this real quick. Oh my gosh. Some people will not like the fact that it's called Stuck on Stupid, but if they understand the book and they understand my story, then they will understand the title. I needed something to catch your attention, first of all.
Exactly.
And second of all, it has so much meaning to me. Now, do I call myself stupid? No, far from it. But I was stuck in poor decisions, poor decision making. That's stupid. Okay. I made a lot of bad choices in my life, which we all do, but I was stuck in it. I kept doing it over and over and over and over again. Okay. So I was stuck, and I was not only stuck on that, but I was stuck on holding on to what I thought I controlled. I control everybody in my life. And God, I think I got you too. No, sis, no, not even close. So I'm sorry. To answer your question though, to find my book, you can go to my website, and I will actually autograph the book.
Wow.
And you have an option of doing a personalized message from Kym Kan. So yes, and the web address is www.kymkan25.com. And that's Kym Kan. If you don't know, you know now. And also, the book is definitely on Amazon. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I didn't say that first. And as soon as the book was released, I was on there as the #1 new release in religious humor. And I was like, religious humor? Okay, God, you laughing at me right now. Okay, I get it. Okay. All right. Yes. And I'm loving it. I'm like overwhelmed with joy.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's an honor to be an author. It's an honor to be an author. Did I ever see that in my future? No, not really. I thought I was going to coach kids for the rest of my life. I did. I really did. And just run the business, and make it retirement and then travel the world. But being an author is invigorating, and it's therapeutic. And I'm going to write a book about my mom. Why? Because people need to know that they're not by themselves. They're not by themselves. I meant there's so many stories to be told. There's so many situations to be unfolded that you'll see. And I want to share that too. I have to. Now, dating in these streets of
Yes.
Arizona, oh, God, that's a whole nother book too. I ain't gonna lie.
That's the third book.
Just saying. That's my third book. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm sure all of the books are going to be just phenomenal. And yes, that SOS, I still love the title. It does grab attention. And yeah, I'm sure it's going to be very, very interesting. I'm going to make sure I check it out on Amazon. So
I didn't send you a copy. What?
Oh, yeah.
All right, send me your address. I got you.
Okay, thank you.
You're most welcome. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure for you allowing me to be a part of your podcast, a part of your audience and your community. So I just thank you for that.
Thank you. And I really enjoyed this conversation. Thank you again for coming on this platform to tell us your story. And you're just full of enthusiasm. And I congratulate you for being who you are. So I would love for you to come back in the future so we can follow up with book 2 and 3 and see how you're doing.
Consider it done. And you know, I'm on Instagram. And TikTok. It's Kym Kan 25. And then I'm on Facebook. That's Kym Kan. Yeah.
Okay.
So
cool.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. And Kym is Kym and Kan is Kan as in Nancy.
Yes, ma'am.
Kan 25. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you in the future. And thank you for being on this podcast. I appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I mean, I really wish I can have her on for another half an hour. Let's make this an hour episode, right? But she's just full of information, full of life. And make sure you pick up her book, SOS. And it's on Amazon. Look up Kym Kan 25. I hope you all enjoyed it. And again, I'm here every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until the next time, stay prayerful, stay persistent, and stay present. See you all soon. Take care. Peace.